Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Let me check if the sounds are working. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to overcome shyness. How to overcome shyness. That is our topic for today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Let's check if my sounds are working. Hello. Check. Our topic for today is how to overcome shyness. Let's see if I can hear myself. No. How to overcome shyness. That is our topic for today. How to overcome shyness. That is our topic for today. Let's see if we can. Okay. Our topic for today is how to overcome shyness. How to overcome shyness. That is our topic for today. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? Let me know how you're doing today. Let us know how you're doing today. Our topic for today is how to overcome shyness. How do you overcome shyness? How do we overcome shyness? Are you shy? Are you shy? How do you overcome it? Because there's a difference between being shy and being an introvert. There's a difference. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? How are you today? How are you today, and whereabouts are you watching from? If today's your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia Mbullah, and I am streaming live from London, England. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to stop being shy, how to overcome shyness. That is our topic for today. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hello, hey Ruth. Hi and hello. How are you? How are you? Hi Ruth. How are you and whereabouts are you watching from? Good morning. Good morning. And how are you today? Good morning, and how are you today? Hi, Ruth. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whereabouts are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. How are you, and whereabouts are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. And if today is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia. I'm Cecilia Mbullah. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to overcome shyness. How do you overcome shyness? Because I used to be very shy. I used to be very shy. I used to be, you know, hello, T-Man. Hello, T-Man. How are you? How are you? Yes, I'm streaming from London. How are you today? How are you today? How are you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing today? And whereabouts are you watching from? Let us know where you're watching from. Give the video a thumbs up. If today is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to overcome shyness. How do you overcome shyness? That is our topic for today. How do you Yes, I'm from Africa. How do you overcome shyness? How whereabouts in Africa? Africa is a continent. Yeah, you're watching. Oh, Simon. Hello, Simon is watching from Kenya. How are you today, Simon? Watching from Kenya. How are you? How are you today? Are you watching from Mombasa? Shyness will cripple you. If you're shy, you will not be able to talk in front of people. You will not be able to say exactly what you're thinking in your head. You're always in your head, not letting people know what you have in there. So shyness will cripple you. You have to overcome shyness um, if you want to excel, if you want to do things in life, if you want to grow, you have to overcome shyness. Even just being in a relationship, at work, whatever you're doing, you have to try and overcome shyness. Otherwise, you will not be able to share your thoughts. You might have a brilliant idea, but because you're shy, you're thinking, oh, what will people say? What will people think? And you will not share it. I thought shyness was only for children, not adults. That is what I used to think as well. That is what I used to think as well. I used to think shyness, but children are not shy. A lot of children are not shy. I don't think we are born shy. Children are not shy. Children will say what they think. They would say, sometimes they don't want to talk, but a child will say it. With children, whatever comes in mind, they say it. What comes here, they just say it. They're not shy. They talk. They say what they have on their mind. They just say it. Most kids are not shy. But are we born shy or are we not born shy? Are we born shy? Because kids are not shy. They would say what they think. You know. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking on how to stop being shy, how to overcome shyness, because shyness will cripple you. Shyness will not let you grow. It will not let you interact with people. It will not let you be true to yourself, because there are certain things you want to say and you're thinking, if I say it, what will people say? How will they look at me? How will they see me? Maybe I'm better off staying quiet. Maybe I'm better off not talking. Maybe my idea is not good enough. And maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not brilliant enough. That is what makes us, or that yes, that's what makes us shy. Hello. Hello, De Silva. How are you, De Silva? How are you and whereabouts are you watching from? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. And shyness is taught. Shyness, I think it's not a yes or no answer. That is this for T-Man, because in some cultures, in some cultures and some traditions, especially across Africa, you have got women are taught not to talk. Yeah, in some cultures, women are taught not to talk as a woman when men are speaking in certain cultures across the world. Um, yes, Seaman, women are taught not to talk. When people are talking, you shouldn't talk. When men are talking, you shouldn't talk. It's still going on in certain cultures where women are not meant to talk. They are meant to sit quiet when elders are speaking. They're meant. So it is taught in some cultures. They do it unknowingly. They train you to be shy, because they make you not to talk when others are talking. um it's good to listen, but then it's good to share um yeah, hello De Silva. Yes, good. Yes, on this channel we talk about relationships, we talk about sorry, um hello Alberto Del Silva. Thanks very much for joining. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. If today is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia and I'm streaming live from London, England. And on this channel, we talk about different things. We talk about relationship. Yes, we talk about relationship. We talk about dating. Um, we talk about employment because I work in HR, so sometimes we talk about employment. But we talk about mostly relationship and life things that happen in life, you know. For example, today we are talking about how to overcome shyness. So these are some of the things we discuss on this channel. We've got plenty of videos on the channel you can watch after. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel and join us. We are here weekdays between 12:30 to 1:30. We are here for 1 hour. We used to be here on a daily basis, but things change or things yes things changed, and now we are here every Friday between 12:30 and 1:30. Okay, that is that. Thanks very much for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so you will be notified when we are live, and you will be also notified when we share videos on the channel. And on today's episode we are talking about how to overcome shyness. Oh, I like love you too, the Silver. Love you too, and you're watching from the Philippines. How are you? Philippines is Manila in Philippines? I don't want to get that wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. Manila. Manila should be capital of Philippines, if I'm right, isn't it? Am I right? Manila. Manila should be the capital of Philippines, if I'm right. Manila, am I right? Manila should be the capital of Philippines. If I'm does alcohol help overcome shyness? Oh, alcohol will let you overcome shyness. It depends on the person. It will let you overcome shyness at that particular point in time. But after that, because once you have taken alcohol, then you are bold enough to say whatever you want to say. And then after that, you go back to being shy. So you have to work on not being shy instead of of taking temporary measures, you know, like taking alcohol. Um, do you understand what I'm talking about? So instead of taking alcohol to overcome shyness, try other things. Try working on yourself. Try doing things to um to should I say eradicate, to put away shyness, to stop being shy. You can't do it. You can't do it. I used to be very shy growing up to about 5, 6 years. I used to be shy. I used to be shy. I wouldn't talk. I would always hide behind the class. I would sit right at the back of the class, even though I wasn't that tall. I would sit at the back of the class, hide. I didn't like to answer questions in class. You know, sometimes I would know the answer, but because I was too shy, and because I did not want to get it wrong, I didn't want to try anything. I would just hide at the back of the class and all that. But then, hmm, you are drinking alcohol here. I think people who are shy are afraid of being judged. Yes, yes, people who are shy are afraid of being judged. That is why they don't want to talk. They don't want to get things wrong. You know, you don't want to get things wrong, so you don't talk. You stay quiet. You let everyone else talk. You let everyone else say what they have to say, but then you don't say a word because you don't want to be judged. So most people who are shy are, are shy because they don't want to be judged. You know, because in their head they're thinking, what will people say? What will people think about me? What if I get it wrong? That is these are the things that goes through your mind when you're shy. because I used to be very shy. Because you're thinking, what will people say about me? What if I get it wrong? What if I speak to the other person and they don't respond? What if they don't like me? What if so you are in your own space? You are judging yourself. You're judging yourself. You're in your own head space. You're in your own space. You know, what will people think? So you rather be quiet. You rather stay quiet. You rather just consume or stay in your own space. You don't want to share. You don't want to say anything. But it is not good for you, because you can't grow. You can't grow even in a relationship. When dating, you will not be able to tell your partner the way you feel. You will not be able to communicate with your partner because you're shy. They don't know. No one can read your mind. No one on this planet Earth can read what is here. You are the only one who knows what is here. So if you cannot share with the world, no one would know what you're thinking. You might need help, but because you don't talk, because you're shy, no one will help you. No one will help you. I have a friend. I've been working with her, and things are changing for her at the moment. She used to be shy to the extent that she would need help and she wouldn't say a word. She would say, "Oh, I thought you guys would just understand." No one reads your mind. No one knows what you have in here. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to share your thoughts with people. That is why it is very important that we all work on this. If you're shy, you have to work on it. We can work on everything and anything, whatever is going on in your life, wherever you are at the moment, whatever is happening to you, with you at the moment. If you want to change things, you can change it. You are the only one who can change things for yourself. No one can change them for you. You know, hello, just viewing. Hello, how are you today? Good morning, and where you're watching from Texas, just viewing. If I remember, you are watching from Texas. How are you today? Just viewing. It's morning in Texas. How are you today? How are you today? Albert, so I think you should try solving the problem. Go to the root of the problem, go to the root of the problem, the foundation of the problem, and resolve it, solve it. Don't um taking alcohol taking alcohol will help you at that particular point in time. When you take it, when you are under the influence, you can do whatever. You can talk, you can be bold, you can say things that you want to say, or things that you had in mind that you couldn't say because you're shy. But it is, oh, you can barely hear me enough. Am I not shouting enough? Can you hear me now? Just viewing. Can you hear me? Am I shouting enough now? Can you hear me now? My microphone. Can you hear me? Just viewing. Can you hear me? Because it says I'm okay. I can barely hear you though. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me, or you cannot hear me. Just let me know, because I'm shouting. I'm at the top of my voice now, shouting. Hope you can hear me. How are you doing today? How is Texas? How is Texas today? Um, a little better. Just seem like the mic is covered. It is not covered. It is not covered. I'd have to get a new one. I think this one is giving me a bit of, and it's, I've had it for a while. I might have to get a new one. I will try and, yes, I'll try and I'll get a new one. Not try, I'll get a new one, because it seems as if this one, I've had this one for some time now, so I might need to get a new one. Okay, let's crack on. Good to have you just viewing. You voted. We've heard you. You're in America. I know you voted. We've heard you. The world. We've heard what you want in America. You've moved the DC is moving to Florida. Now everyone is moving to, how is it called, Mar-a-Lago, isn't it? Isn't it Mar-a-Lago? Is that how it's called? Is it Mar-a-Lago? Because I've been hearing it on the news. I don't hear about Washington anymore. On the news it's Mar-a-Lago, Mar-a-Lago. I'm like, okay, so are you guys moving? Let me just ask this question, okay? Just viewing, are you moving the White House to Mar-a-Lago? Because it's like things are moving. Everyone is talking about Mar-a-Lago. It's a nice name though. Is it Mar-a-Lago? Let's see. Is it Mar-a-Lago? Yeah, it's Mar-a-Lago, isn't it? I don't know if it's a club, it's a house, whatever it is. That is, mm, those that can afford it. Yeah. I mean, DC, I'm not sure we'll be having a Washington, DC anymore. We'll be having DC, but not the White House because, excuse me, the White House is moving from DC to Mar-a-Lago. I love the name though. That is, I once dated a shy woman. One of the worst experience in my life. Cannot even remember her name. OMG, man. Really? See, it's it's something that it's not a problem. It is normal to be shy. It's not a problem to be shy, but shyness is something we should all work on. If you're shy, you have to work on it. You have to work on yourself. You have to try and overcome shyness. It's not something that we cannot work on. You can work on shyness. Anyone can work on shyness, on stopping. You can because I can understand you. Just as I said earlier on, I've got a friend. We're currently working on her. We're working on her stop being shy because she's so shy that sometimes she wants you to help her, but she wouldn't say a word. She would say, "Oh, Celia, you should have known," or "I don't have to say everything. I don't. You should just understand." I had to sit her down to have this conversation. I don't know. You have to. It's me. I know I'm your friend. There's certain things that I cannot. I'm not a mind reader. No one is a mind reader. No one will be able to read your mind. No one can read your mind. So it is very important as an adult. If you are a child and you're shy, it is okay. And as I've said earlier on, it is normal to be shy. It is very normal to be shy. It is not a problem to be shy. But once you are above 18 and you realize that, oh my goodness, I'm shy and my shyness is not helping me get employment, my shyness is not helping in my relationship, it's not helping with friends, it's not helping with the way things are going in my life, you have to work on yourself. So it is very important that um, you work on yourself. And I think the reason why most people are shy is because you focus on you a lot. You focus on you. You're always judging you. You're judging you. You're like, what will people say? How will people see me? What if I say the wrong things? You are shy because you're focusing on yourself. You are focused on you. It's all about you. It's all about you are looking at yourself and going, what if I make mistakes? How will people see me? I might get it wrong. I might not say it right. You know, those are some of the reasons why you are shy, why you're not, you don't talk, you don't share your problems. Some people would have issues, they would have problems. If you don't tell people your problems, if you don't tell people, I'm not saying like your close friends, if you don't tell them the things that are happening in your life, they would not know how to help you. That is why we have to talk. Sometimes it's your partner. You have a partner, you have a partner, and you have a partner and you don't share certain things with them, you don't talk with them. How do you expect them to how do you expect them to um to know what you want in the relationship? So please, 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 make sure you can talk. Make sure make sure you can talk. Okay, so it is very important that it is very important that you it is very important that you talk. It is very important that you overcome shyness. It's very important. So what do you do to overcome shyness? Please, 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 it is okay to get things wrong. That is the first thing. Know this. Know that it is very important to know that you can say your mind. You will get things wrong. We all do. We all get things wrong. We struggle. Everyone. We are all humans. We are all the same. We are. Remember this. Remember that we are all the same inside. We are all humans, and you can build yourself, and it will only help you to build yourself. It will only help you to not to focus on you. Don't focus on yourself. Do not focus on yourself, and always remember that getting things wrong, it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. It's okay to get things wrong. Once you know that, you know what, in order for me to overcome shyness, I shouldn't focus on me. I'm not focusing on me. I'm not focusing on me. I'm not I won't be scared of getting things wrong, because we are all the same as humans. We are all the same. The same blood flows through everyone's veins. We are all the same. We all get things wrong. I get things wrong on a daily basis. I'm sure you get things wrong as well. We all get things wrong. We all fail, fall, do things. Sometimes we do things that we know we shouldn't do. So, I will get things wrong, and it is okay. Once you know that that is okay, then then that is the first step. Number two, don't focus on you. Do not focus on you. Stop judging you. It is time for you to turn the focus on others. You know, if you get into a room, don't think, oh my goodness, because when you're shy, this is what happens. You go, oh my goodness, this is a room. I'm walking into this room now. Oh my God, maybe my clothes are not good enough. Oh my God, what do they think? Do I say hello? Do I say hi? Where do I sit? Do I go and sit on my own, or do I sit with people? You have a lot going through your mind instead of focusing on the other person. So you focus on the other person. You're going to ask them. You're going to go walk. Let's say you walk into a room and there's someone in the room. You have a meeting with someone. Walk in the room. I know at the start it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. Everything is. The first step is the most difficult step. But once you make up your mind to take that first step, you are going to keep on moving forward. You take that first step. When you meet someone, you can start the conversation. Just say hello, how are you? With a smile, hello, how are you? You know, you might say, oh, hello, good to speak to you. Yeah, how are you? And then please make sure, engage with people. Engage. It's going to be difficult to engage with people, but engage with people. People want to hear what you have to say. You might think that people do not want to hear what you have to say. No, people want to. So insecurities play a big part in being shy. Yes, insecurities do play a big part in being shy. It plays a big part because you you're thinking, oh my God, what will people say? I'm not gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it wrong. What will they say? Oh my goodness. I'm walking into this room now. That a lot of people here. What will they say? Oh my God, how do I walk? Where do I sit? So you're focusing too much on yourself. Too much on you. Too much on you. If you can take the focus off you and put it take it just take it off you and go. It's not about me, it's about the other person. You go into the room, how are you? And don't ask questions. Ask open-ended questions. Ask questions where the person will talk. Open-ended. Ask questions where the person will talk. Engage. Hello, how are you? With a smile. At the start it will be hard, it will not be easy. The first step is difficult, but make sure you take that first step. Make sure the focus is not on you. Don't stop the conversations you have in your head, that um I'm not good enough. No, it's not on you. Focus on the other person. How are you? Hello, how are you? Oh, good morning. How are you doing today? And they might say, oh, where did you travel from? Like, for example, in the UK, we have sometimes we have 4 seasons in one day. So that is an icebreaker for a conversation. You meet someone, you can start by talking about the weather if you're in the UK. Now the US election, that's an icebreaker. You can start by talking about the election. You can start by talking about the person's dress. You can go, oh, I like your dress. Those, oh, thank you. And then that's an icebreaker. Sometimes you can talk about the train. You can talk about different issues. So it depends on um where you are, the country, the work. Let's say you're going for a job interview and you meet other people there. You might talk about something related to the job, you know, but you have to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere to work on stop on your shyness. You have to work on it. Once you realize that you're shy, it's difficult because there's a difference. Some people think most introverts are not shy. They just don't want to talk. Most introverts I know and that I have as friends are not shy people. They will talk when they want to talk. Most of my friends who are introverts outside talk a lot. They need to they need to be used to you. An introvert doesn't want to talk to everyone, but they have people they talk to. And introverts can talk, introverts can talk and they would share a lot with people they trust. But if they are not into you, they will just stay. You would think they're quiet, you know. They're introverts with the people they want to be intro. Yeah. So introverts are not they will socialize when they want to. An introvert will socialize when they want to socialize. But a shy person wants to socialize but they don't know how. An introvert an introvert will socialize when they want to. An introvert will talk when they want to. They are not shy, they're just introverts. They don't want to talk. It doesn't mean that they can't talk. They would talk when need be. But a shy person would not talk. A shy person wants to talk. They want to share their thoughts, but they're thinking, what if I get it wrong? It's the thoughts in your head, the insecurity, the questions, you're judging yourself, you're beating yourself, you're judging yourself, you know, that is what we have to work on as introverts. So as an introvert, please don't sorry, not an introvert, as a person who is shy, please don't focus on you. Take off the focus from you and put it on the other person. You know, you all right, people really don't care about you, so why should a shy person care what others say? Thank you very much. What is the say? Hmm? Oh my goodness, that is a question. Okay. And T Man says you are right. People really don't care about you. So why should a shy person? Exactly. Thank you very much, T Man. People really don't care about you. That is what we fail to. You think everyone cares about you, everyone is thinking about you, everyone is looking about you. No. People have got their own problems. People have got things going on for them. People have got a lot of issues going on for them. They don't care so much about you, but they want to hear what you have to say. If you have to say something nice, go ahead and say it. You know, if you have to speak, you have to be able to speak. Remember this: everyone makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all say we all say things that we go, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. You know, but as soon as you say something that you think is something that you should not say, you can just say, you know what, I'm sorry. Oh, I did not mean it that way. Sorry. Sometimes you want to say something and you don't mean any harm, and then the other person is like, oh my god, what did you just say? You just say, oh my god, I did not mean it that way, I'm sorry, if I offended you. You have to speak. You have to speak. It is okay to speak. It is okay to make mistakes. People do make mistakes. We all do. And the only thing you should say is sorry. I didn't mean it that way. It happens. So don't shut yourself off. Don't shut yourself off because you're thinking of what people will say. Do not do that, please. Please, yes, do not do that. A lot of people don't really care. It's not like they don't they don't see you as a bad person, obviously, but people don't just care. People have got a lot going on for them. People have got a lot going on for them. A lot of issues, things happening in their lives. So they are not always thinking about, people are not always thinking, or people are not always thinking about you getting things wrong. People are not always thinking about what you would say. People are not, no, if you get it wrong or you get it right, no. So you have to look after yourself, come out and talk, say something, just talk, 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 get it wrong, and then correct yourself. Just keep one day, one step at a time. Don't, that is how you are going to overcome shyness. You don't overcome shyness by not talking. That makes things worse. You can never overcome shyness by locking yourself away from people. It will just make things worse for you. You overcome shyness by going out there, by talking to people, real people in the real world. You have some people who can talk online, like they'll talk when you're talking online, over the phone, go making videos, they'll talk. But when they meet people in real life, they can't talk. They're shy. You have people like that as well. So when you want to overcome shyness, you can start by talking to people on your street. People, let's say you live on a street, that just say good morning to people on. They would say hello back. You might think, oh my god, if I say hello to people, they would not respond. You will be shocked. Sometimes I remember there was a day I was walking on my street and there was this lady, she was pushing her pram, and I just said, hello, how are you today? Good morning. That was it. She had a lot to tell me. We stood there for about 30 minutes chatting. She was like, oh, you can't believe what happened to me this morning. She just started, she had so much to say, but because she had so much to say. She only could tell me when I said hello. I just said hello, and that was it. It was like I opened the can, you know, like she had so much to say. As soon as I said hello, she just started telling me, oh, you know what happened this morning? I had to take my kids to school. The second one was giving me a lot of trouble, and I ended up doing this, and it was, on and she had a lot to say. So sometimes it's not always about you. Don't focus on you, focus on the other person, engage with other people, you know engage with other people, ask questions, please ask questions and focus on the other person. Ask, how are you? you know where did you travel from? They will tell you, and then you would, by the time you do this for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you will come to realize that, it's not as difficult as I thought. It's not as difficult as it as it seems. It's not that difficult. You just start one day at a time, and sometimes just tell stories, short stories, real stories, true stories about yourself, because you're learning. It's you now trying to overcome shyness. So you are working. It's you have to be intentional about you overcoming shyness. You have to be intentional. You have to know, okay, this is a problem. First of all, you have to identify that you're shy, you know, and you have to know that there's a difference between being shy and being an introvert. If you're an introvert, then you can communicate, you can socialize whenever you want, but a shy person would not. So if you know you're shy, you have to, once you've identified that you're shy, you have to start by working on yourself. Work on yourself. Number one step, don't focus on you. And remember, we are all humans and we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So don't think everyone out there um is thinking about you, don't care about how do I put it, not in a bad way, but don't care about what people think or what people, not like don't care about what people think, what people say, and remember that people have got their own issues, so no one is thinking actually about you. No one is thinking, no, they're not in a bad way as well. People are not just thinking about you and the mistake that you would make in life because they've got their own issues. So once you know that, and once you know that we are all humans, we're all the same inside, ask yourself that why is it that others can talk and you cannot talk, and then the next thing is, how do I overcome it? How do I overcome shyness? So you start by talking to others. You start by not focusing on you, focus on others, have conversations with others, tell stories. You can start at work, speak to colleagues at work, tell stories. I'm not saying you should tell personal stories. You could tell a story of when you traveled from one station to another, what happened. Oh, when I got on the train, it was so full. Oh my God, I couldn't stand, you know. And the other person would ask questions, where did you travel from? And then you know, you tell them that is day one gone. You might think it is nothing. The second day you do the same. You meet someone, it could be in the supermarket, you say, hello, how are you? Good morning. Or you meet someone buying something, let's say carrots, you know, and you want to buy carrots as well. You can go, oh my goodness, because there are usually three different types. So you're, oh, I've never tasted those before. How do they taste? They'll tell you, oh, me too. I've never bought that butter before. Try this one, try this one. The other day I went to buy butter, and I was getting another brand, and someone was like, oh, I like this one. I've tried it several times. You try it. It was a lady and her husband. And then the husband turned around and said to me, try this one. This is what we've been using for the past 40 years. Try it. Anyway, if you don't like it, where are you going to see us? You're never going to see us again. I was like, OMG. But that is me for you. I never used to be like this. I used to be shy, very shy. I had to work on myself by not focusing on me, by not thinking about what people will say, by not focusing on the mistakes that I made, because um, everyone makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. So do not think that if you make one mistake, or if you speak to someone, or if you make a mistake in public, it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. People make mistakes. People do things. Things do happen. People have issues. People focus on themselves. So please start by speaking to people, ask questions. You have to adopt a curious mindset where you ask questions. Focus on the other person and ask them questions. Oh, where are you coming from? you know how long did it take you? Did you drive or did you catch the train? Let's say you meet someone, you're attending an event and you meet someone, you know or you're attending an event and there are lots of people. Will you just go and sit on your own on the side? You're not going to learn. You have to engage. You have to you have to adopt a curious mindset if you want to beat shyness. Adopt a curious mindset. Ask questions. Ask questions where the other person will talk a lot. The other person will elaborate. Oh, where did you come from? How long did it take you to travel? They will tell you. They will tell you. That is when you would know that people have got a lot to say. How long? Where did you travel from? They will tell you, oh my God, I got the train from Houston, and then, oh my God, I took the wrong train. I took the wrong train, and it took me 45 minutes to get back to Houston. And when I got to Houston, they will tell you that is how you engage with people. You start the first day, the second day, the third day in the supermarket, on your street, just keep talking, just keep engaging with people, and gradually, one day at a time, one step at a time, gradually, but you are going to, you're going to beat shyness by doing this. You are, um, okay, say, please, shy people don't apologize for anything. It's because they're shy. It's not because they don't want to apologize. They just get angry that people that you don't understand. That is one problem with shy people. Shy people get angry that you don't understand, but they forget to understand that you cannot read their mind. Do you understand what I mean, T-man? Shy people, shy people, they don't apologize. Not all of them. Some shy people don't apologize because they are shy. They don't want to talk about the problem. They don't want to talk about the issue. They get angry. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They're shy to talk about it. They get angry. They don't apologize. Then they don't want. That is what happens. It's not because they don't want to apologize. It's because they're shy. It's because they're shy. They don't want to talk. They're like, you should have understood, but they forget to understand that, or they forget to understand that you cannot read. You're not a mind reader. You can't read a shy person's mind. A lot of shy people think others can read what they're thinking. That is the problem. They think others can read what they are thinking, which is not the case. No one can read your mind. No one can read what you've got in your mind. No one can read what you've got in your mind. So that is why you have to overcome shyness to be able to talk. If you can't talk, people will just say anything, and you'll be like, that is not what happened. But you were there, and you were there, but you didn't say anything. You know, so shy people don't apologize. Yeah, they don't apologize. Not every shy person, but because they're shy, they don't want to talk. You see, I have got a lot of people in my life. I had, because now we are all working on each other. You know, I have people in my life who are still shy, but they're working on it, because you have to keep telling them no one can read your mind. That is something you have to tell. If you've got someone who is, you've got a shy friend, you have to tell them, in a nice way, that no one can read your mind. Yeah, yeah, but you didn't tell me. You have to let them know, constantly. Tell me. You didn't tell me. I can't read your mind. I have a friend who, I spoke with the other day. She was like, "Oh, Celia, I've been going through a lot and no one called." I was like, you didn't tell anyone. We wouldn't know. We know you're shy, but you have to start working on yourself, because you might be going through something and no one would know. If you don't tell people, if you don't talk, people will not know, because no one can read your mind. Does shyness contribute to depression? I wouldn't know, but there's a possibility, but I wouldn't say that. I would not. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. There could be a possibility that because you're shy, you can't talk, there's a possibility, but I would not say 100%. But if you're shy, you cannot talk, you know, you're locking up yourself, you're because everything would be here then. If you can't talk, then you'll be beating yourself, beating your mind, like, how come people can't understand me? You know, people can't understand you because you don't communicate, you don't talk, you know. People cannot understand you because you don't communicate, because you don't talk. So please, to beat shyness, you have to be able to communicate, you have to be able to um know that people are not thinking about you. People don't have anything against you. That is what you should know. Know that no one has got anything against you. People have got so much going on for them. They don't want to be thinking about you. If they're not thinking about you, and um Stop thinking about what people will say, what people will say about you, what people think about you. You are going to get things wrong. You're not going to get things right. Stop thinking about that. Um, start thinking about how to resolve shyness, how to stop being shy. And you do that by not focusing on you. You start focusing on others. So that is how you beat shyness. You focus on others. Step one, focus on others. Step two, ask open-ended questions. Ask people questions. You know, ask these questions, what people are doing. You get in a room, talk to people. Talk to people, to real people. Have that conversation. That is how you work on yourself. Tell stories. Be present and listen to people. When people are talking, listen to people and listen attentively. So you have to listen to people. So this is how you overcome shyness. And it is very, very important that you try, and it is very, very important that you try and overcome shyness. Try and overcome shyness. It is very important. Work on yourself on a regular basis. Speak to people. Have conversations with people. Have conversations with people. Speak to people. You know, that is how you overcome shyness. So speak to people, have conversations with people, work on yourself on a regular basis. Keep working, keep working, keep working. You know. So, and listen to people attentively. When you start, don't stop. Work on yourself gradually, gradually. Do it regularly. Do it regularly, and be intentional. Remember, you're working on something. You're working on overcoming shyness. So you have to work on yourself. It is regularly. It is, you have to be consistent. No, yeah, because if you don't do that, you would it will seem as if um you're annoying other people, because you're not just saying anything, you're just quiet. you know Sometimes it might feel as if you're unwanted, or you're not liked, but no, it is because you're shy. It is because you are shy. So start talking more. you know Talk more, interact with people, engage with people. Yes, engage with people, interact. Remember, people are not mind readers, or they will not read your mind. No matter how close someone is to you, they cannot read your mind. That is why you have to communicate, you have to talk, you have to open up, and it has to be something that you learn. We all learn on a regular basis, and you learn. So you're going to learn. You are going to learn, you know, one day at a time, one step at a time, you are going to learn. Okay. So that's the so I think, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? And whereabouts are you watching from? If today is the first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia, and I'm broadcasting live from London, England. And on today's episode, we have been talking about how to stop being shy. I'll just um, conclude now. Let's just draw a quick conclusion, and then I will see you next week, Friday. So remember, it's normal to be shy. It is okay to be shy. It is okay to be shy. However, it is not okay if you don't work on it. You have to work on it, because if you're shy, you can there are a lot of things you cannot do if you are shy. Even just being in a relationship, if you can't talk. Someone just said um that they had a girlfriend who was very shy, and the relationship couldn't last. The relationship was very boring. It wasn't was very boring. So if you are shy, you have to work on yourself. If you're shy, please do work on yourself. You are shy because you're focusing a lot on you. You're asking questions like, what if I get it wrong? What of if what of if I don't get it right? Do they like me? Do they not like me? You're focusing on yourself. You're uh, judging yourself too much. Stop putting yourself too much under too much pressure. It is time to take the focus away from you to the other person. Start asking questions. When you meet someone, take the focus, remove the focus on you, what people think about you, what if you get it wrong. Don't think about you. Move the focus from you and put it to the other, take it to the other person and ask them questions. Ask open-ended questions. Ask them questions. Tell stories, because you have to be intentional about working on yourself. If you're working on yourself, you have to be intentional. You have to know you're shy and you want to work on it. You want to stop being shy. You have to be intentional. You intentional. No, okay, I'm shy. I'm working on this. I have got 3 months to work on this. I've got 6 months. Put a time frame on when and how much. My friend, I was wondering what happened to you. I really enjoyed your life. Oh, Ray, how are you? Oh, good to have you back. I'm here every Friday. I've been a bit busy, so we've changed from daily. Let's see what happens. Then we've changed from daily to once a week. We've been doing live every Friday. I'm here every Friday, Ray. Ray Gibson. Yeah, I'm here every Friday between 12:30 to 1:30. Okay, so join me every Friday, but we'll see what happens in the nearest future. We might have to start coming back daily, but for now we are here every Friday between 12:30 to 1:30. So make sure you join, and we'll see what happens in the nearest future. If we have to start going once a day again, we will. But for now, we are here every Friday between 12:30 to 1:30. I miss you too. I miss you, Ray, and all the boys and everyone. Yeah, I know everyone wants us to come back once a day for 1 hour, but for now, yeah, okay. So that is it. So yeah, Ray will be here. We are here again every Friday between 12:30 to 1:30. Yeah, so please try and work on you being shy. If you're shy, please work on yourself. It is very important, because if you don't work on yourself, you will not achieve a lot. If you don't work on yourself, people will not understand you. If you don't work on yourself, you will not be able to express yourself. You can't keep your relationship. You can't keep anyone, because you are unable to tell people exactly how you feel. And always remember that people cannot read your mind. So you have to talk as a shy person. Please work on yourself. Try and communicate your thoughts. Try as much as possible to communicate your thoughts, because remember this one: people cannot read your mind. You might want people to help you with something, and you think they can read it. They can read your mind. People cannot read your mind. That is why we all should work on 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 um shyness. So if you're shy, or you all, we all should work on overcoming shyness. That's the right way to put it. Let's work on overcoming shyness. So if you're shy, please don't focus on you, focus on the other person. Remove the focus on you, and transfer to the other person. Ask them questions, put them on the spotlight, ask them questions. They'll talk, and you would realize that, what, it's really not as difficult as you thought. Okay, so that is um how to stop being shy. So please work on yourself one day at a time, one step at a time. We all can do it. You can do it. If I can sit here and speak in public, talk in public, then everyone can do it, because you have to, um once you know, or once you identify the problem, then you would start looking for solutions. Okay, I think that is about it for today. Thanks very much for sharing your time with me today. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself. All the best. And until next week, Friday, thank you, and bye bye for now. Bye.